Hello and good evening, all. I got something bullshit that the CDC, the VA, and all the fascist governors are doing to our vets, and I'm real pissed. But before I get to that, I'd like to ask if you guys could subscribe to me. I know about 90 by my analytics, 93% of you who watches my videos don't subscribe, so please subscribe and like my video. Now on to the story. The pandemic prevents veterans from receiving military funeral honors, which is bullshit. That should always happen. From Bushnell, Florida, Memorial Day weekend is a special time of the year for at the Florida National Cemetery. Rows of American flags line the roadways, the spring sun glistening off the headstones, and the soft sound of tolling bells echo throughout the grounds. But for Michael Chance, the Memorial Day weekend is very different. It's the first without his own father, Owen. He was my rock, Chance told Fox News. If I ever needed something, he was one person I could turn to. What more can you say? He was my dad. He was my hero. For more than 20 years, Owen Chance served in the United States Navy. He retired as a chief petty officer and remained a patriot throughout his life. Chance says that his father was very proud of his time in the military and planned to be interred at the Florida National Cemetery upon his death. There he received his final military honors in a traditional cemetery. He knew everything that was going to happen, said Chance, adding that his father had effectively planned out his whole funeral. He knew he was going to be interred there. He knew the ritual that would normally take place for retired servicemen. Owen Chance passed away May 4th. Days later, he was interred at Florida National Cemetery. Because of the pandemic, there was no presentation of the flag, there was no playing of taps, and there was no final honors given, which is bullshit. Taps should be played at all those funerals. Flags should be given to the widow. On March 23rd, the Department of Veterans Affairs National Cemetery Administration temporarily discontinued committal services, according to the website. As of April 15th, families who wish to view their loved ones being interred must watch from their cards. Bullshit. Gerard Lyons, assistant director at the Florida National Cemetery, says his heart breaks for the families, but his whole team must follow the CDC guidelines for the time being. No, you don't. Those are guidelines. Those ain't fucking federal law. That is to protect veterans and their families, Lawrence tell Fox News. Right now, we are only doing direct interments, which is still just bullshit. We are completely dedicated to honoring your loved one's service, said Lawrence. When we come out the other side, we ensure every veteran gets their unburial and honor benefits. No, they should get it when they're buried, not 6 months afterwards. As of Friday, 306 veterans have been interred at the Florida National Cemeteries without their final honors, according to Lawrence. Typically, the cemetery returns about 6,500 people a year, making it one of the nation's busiest. Chance says that he understands the current situation, but his heart breaks for his father's nonetheless. It's really painful because he looked forward to that, and all the years he put in, we can't even honor him right. We can't have a proper send off. It's not right. Yes, you are 100% right. This is bullshit. My father knew that the ceremony would be part of it. That's what hurts worse than anything else, knowing he should have gotten this honor and he didn't. Because of the pandemic, Owen Chance's service was limited to a few direct family members. Michael Chance says his father was a caring spirit and was able to touch many individual lives between his time in the Navy, his business work, and his role as a deacon at his church. If it wasn't for this pandemic, there would have been hundreds of people there. As national cemeteries around the country work to schedule retroactive interment cem- ceremonies for families, the National Cemetery Administration has started a digital Wall of Honor, which says it provides an opportunity to remember those veterans interred during the crisis and reflect interments in our cemeteries starting April 13th. In these challenging times, we are seeking to remember and celebrate these veterans with all Americans uh, in this new online space. The one called the Roll of Honor website says, we invite you to honor and remember the following veterans for their service to this nation. Although many Memorial Day events have been canceled or moved online, the NCA says all 142 VA cemeteries will remain open for the holiday, but you're not allowed to put flags out. Lawrence said that thousands would typically attend Florida's National Cemetery annual Memorial Day service, which will now be streamed online. Despite the change, he hopes the guests will visit the cemetery in person despite the pandemic. Visit a Memorial Day. Visit a memorial and place a flag on your loved one's grave on Memorial Day. Place flowers, Lawrence said. Walk amongst the headstones. Look at the history of all the people who made the ultimate sacrifice. Even so, Chance does not feel as though he has closed with this memorial. As the nation prepares to honor its heroes, he spent a day thinking about his. I'll just remember my dad. It will be a day to remember him even more and what he did for this great nation. Although the NCA has not announced when they will resume committal ceremonies, Chance said he intends to return to Florida National Cemetery when he does and give his father a proper goodbye. No, you should not have to return. They should be doing this automatically. This is just bullshit. That's another way to piss in the face of the men and women who died because the Democrats and their cronies hate America. Why don't you let me know what you think about this bullshit? And I'm just working myself up, getting aggravated. So, if you, as I said before, please hit the like button and subscribe. And everyone, be good, have fun, and stay safe. Bye bye.